Oh, that's good tea. Can't be a good cup of tea sometimes. Well, shall we begin? Are we ready to begin this next?
Yeah.
Right. So let's put together a fortune pool. In that case, I'll just check that everything is all cushy. Yeah. Oh, don't roll that around. Right. Fortune pool time. Utarigna, do you want to roll a d6 and let's see how fortune rolls with you? 2.
There we go. 2.
I'll slide them over onto the right hand side off the map because I think it's a bit much to have them clogging up Sarn Goriwing. And yes, Jabir, if you want to have a roll
80.
of d6, that's a 4.
Nice.
Or
Another one for you, and Ragrut, if you would do the same, roll a d6 for your fortune pool. 2, look at that all going your way. And it leaves us only with Charles D. Dickens. Oh, a 6 up.
Charles!
Yeah.
Traitor.
Oh. I'll have that one. And I will roll a d6. 5. It's yours. There we go. So returning after your successful mission to nurse poor Tim, back to some semblance of health. Days of slavering him with unguent. When you returned, you encountered Ugluk and some of his cronies, including Aston Martin, and much to my surprise, you put pay to them. And now you have returned a day later to Sarn Goriwing. And Simon is manning the doors today, and he looks you over as you return, furrows his brow, and says, "The master wants his spleen."
We got spleen. We fixed the squid thing.
He's taking this all in, but you know, it's not. It's going in. It's probably coming out as fast as it's going in, if you see what I mean. And he just nods. Master wants to see you. Take the spleen. Having said that, though, yes. Ooh, changed my mind there. Why I've put you on this map, I don't know. I should just stuck you on the other map, you know.
Fast travel to the top
Fast
floor
travel to the
before
next, to the throne room. Unless there's anything that you want to do as you enter, of course. You know, you see Shazguth gives you the hairy eyeball, sat as she is in the yellow chair today. As you sort of like enter, and she'll probably give you a slightly dismissive wave, you know, as you stomp in and use the boot scraper.
I guess if we've been away for like 3-4 days or something, 5 days.
4 days.
That they might have, the library guys might have Jabir's research ready, but I don't know if we want to look at that now or wait till after we speak to the boss.
Let's speak to the boss. Let's not keep him waiting.
Very well. In that case.
A whole hour of us trying to get up the spiral staircase behind Jabir again.
Let us do a swift, smooth, seamless transition.
Hey.
You know, as you exit, you know, there's some pushing and shoving. Exit out into the throne room. You see the sort of Lhachglin sat in his tree. Ringo and Pete just standing by, half sleeping. The throne room otherwise looks exactly as you saw it before. Perhaps you eyeball that statue, the one that you saw that had the strange glow about it. It doesn't seem to be glowing right now. And there's just the trails of black smoke that come out of Lhachglin's eyes. You're not sure if he's awake or asleep, but nevertheless you pile out of the stairwell to this scene.
Well, I'll gently shove Ragrat forward. Go give him the spleen, Ragrat. You've got it, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, I've got it. I
Spleen in the
can't
jar.
see me though.
Oh.
You're right here, look. Right here.
Oh,
I
still
can't see anything.
me.
Alright, hang on, there's probably just the usual dynamic lighting vision tokens. Tell me if that improves.
Yeah.
Right, and how about that for
Not for
Charles?
me.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Anyone else having vision problems?
No, I'm good.
I'll just say, hello, Master. We got the spleen. Up on the jar with the spleen.
A branch of the tree reaches down quite close to you, and Lhachglin looks down at you from up on his throne and says, muck arms. Hang it on that branch for me, please.
Okay. So, really carefully hang it on the branch.
Yep. And then the tree brings the jar of spleen over to him, and he plucks it up and holds it up and gives eventually some satisfied noises. Yes, this is perfectly adequate. We'll do the job. Good.
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 Took ages to find it.
You were gone some time.
Well, I had to look after his tentacles. There was a lot of physicking involved.
I see. Yes, and
Rubbing.
Tim is well now, is he?
Yeah.
Good. He's.
I liked him. I
Yes.
liked him. He's nice.
You liked him, or you liked Tim?
I like Tim.
Ah,
I like him. He's my friend now. I showed him my spiders.
Lhachglin doesn't quite know what to do with this conversation. He looks over at the rest of you. Utarigna, any news from the swamp?
Back away now.
Yes.
Yes, we had a fight with Uglok and his pals, but they lost.
Okay, ambush us.
That explains a few things. Well, interesting. I will need a replacement. And he looks over at you,
I think we.
and then he
I think
looks
we've
at
done you a
Shagbot.
favour. Oh,
I need a replacement for Ugluk. Who will take charge? And he looks at you, Utarigna, and then he looks over at Shagbot.
can you fill us a bit more in on the job description?
You make sure the orcs, the rude boys, you're in charge of all the orcs, the rude boys. Keep them in check. Boss them around.
I'll do it.
Oh, he'll be good at that.
Elbow my brother out of the way. He can't do it.
This
He
He's
doesn't
really
even read.
bossy. He's really bossy. He'll be really good at that.
Thanks.
will. He looks at Shagbok and then looks at you at Arugna and says, "Will this create friction between you brothers?"
No. No. Side eye Shagbuck.
Shagbok is
Uh,
grinning in a sort of feral kind of way, and there's awful lot of smoke coming out of Lagling's eyes.
They argue all the time anyway, so it won't make no difference.
Well, I'm not certain. I'm uncomfortable. There can only be one leader amongst the orcs. Shagbok, will you accept your brother in charge? And Shagbok is silent for a while. And then nods. Well,
I insight check him. See if he's bullshitting.
Shagbok. You want to insight check Shagbok?
Yeah, I don't believe he's okay with it in a million years. He didn't even want us to work for a Lhagglin.
Then yes, I mean yes. If you want to do
Scrutinise?
yeah, if you want to do a scrutinize, and this will be a contested test. As
That's standard. I'll synergize my like education, as in I know him because he's my brother.
absolutely, and bum, bum, bum. Standard. Synergize. Opposed. 7 degrees of success for Shagbok.
Are we still doing it like the 6 minus the 1?
Yeah,
And then add your... So I have 9.
I don't think that's degrees of success automatically reported then is correct, is it? Because 4 minus 4 in my book is 0,
No.
and then add 4 makes 4.
So I have 9.
Shagbok has no intention of accepting you as the leader. You can see it in his shit-eating grin, you know.
Okay. Then I'll try to, as I'm getting sneakily closer, just try to like shiv him in the back or something.
Hang on, whilst you're doing that. Holy shit!
Oh wow, okay.
Lhagglin has drifted off into a coma, and and
Fucking
is
hell.
oblivious to this situation. Now, do you want to roll a stealth?
Do. Really my forte, but I'll try it.
It isn't your forte,
Stealth.
but you know.
I'll synergize my skullduggery, as I'm being like sly and
Definitely, this is
underhanded.
skullduggerous. Yeah.
So is this opposed as well? Just raw standard.
This will be opposed by Shagbok's awareness.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind your beer.
Yeah, it's probably an idea.
Oh, he's failed.
Oh, okay. 6 I got.
Yeah. And he got failed. I mean, in fairness, he will probably try and re-roll that.
Fair enough.
So I'll flip it, and he'll try again.
You give yourself another one there.
I just flip one.
That's that.
Oh, this is an old
Yeah,
one,
you-
isn't it? Yeah. All right. Shall I just delete that then? So you've got 3. Get rid of that. Then flip this one.
Well, that's what I mean. Is he flipping ours? Isn't he your guy?
I'll use one of mine then. He's kind of part of your team still, really, isn't he? You know.
Not anymore. Fucking kill him.
I'll use mine. Fair enough. I see your point. I take it. I flip it. There you go. Look, you can have that one. And Shagbuck will re-roll his awareness. This is not his. I realise how. This kind of explains a lot. He's just really not very aware of shit.
Oh, you say that though.
Yeah, well, he's successful.
That's
So
good.
1 minus 4 is 3, and awareness is a perception skill. So he adds 5. That's 8.
Oh, it's better than mine. I got 3 plus 4. I got 7. I think.
Yeah. Okay, so you know, he kind of he just sort of like instinctively
Expecting
knows.
that.
He's expecting that you are going. You know that you will read him. He knows you of old. He sort of like swivels around and he says, "Don't, brother. It's not worth it. I'll crush you. You know it."
Blimey.
So I'll say yeah, fair enough. But as I'm saying that, I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna be aiming plus 10, and then I'm gonna try and
Let's
smack him.
let's do initiative then.
Oh dear.
Do we have to? I don't like. Rugrat does not want to get involved in this.
Then you don't have to roll initiative. You can sit it out. But if you want to roll initiative and be in the order, or you just want to observe, it's entirely up to you.
Well, I'll roll, but it doesn't mean I'll necessarily do anything.
You don't have to. You could just wait.
Roll and then run away on your turn. Or hide.
Yeah. Combat.
Initiative's in combat, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You click
Oh,
on the
God,
word
I got a really,
initiative.
I got a
Did,
really
really
high
good.
one.
You can talk
what
us
I-
down then. You can be fast.
Yeah, you could. You could try and interpose if you wanted, or you can just let what happens happens.
Or you could put a bet on.
You could. Yeah. I'm not going to give Pete and Ringo. They're not going to go on the initiative unless you try and do something against
They just
Leyland.
watch. They just watch.
Yeah, they're just watching. You know, Ragnarok, you're so used to. Is everyone on the initiative order? No,
Not
not yet.
me. I've got 16.
Oh, yeah. So when you roll initiative, if you click your token first, it will
Oh yeah.
do it for you. But don't worry, I'll do it manually. Do it manually. I have the power. 16.
I always forget that. Sorry.
You'll get there in the end, Lee. It took us months and months and months.
So Ragnarok, I mean, you're so attuned to the brothers' moods. You know that you know this is coming. You know, and you see them starting to square off, and you know it's going to shit here. It's been building up for months, really. Their rivalry. It's coming to a head. Is there anything you want to do, or you can just go, "I'll wait"?
What social class is Utarigna?
Well, higher than yours, because you're the equivalent of a serf. So he's higher than
I'm
you.
a low life or whatever it's
You're a
called.
lowborn.
Commoner,
Yeah,
lowborn.
yeah.
So I could try to use my forked tongue, but that's more deceiving though, so it's not really. Yeah, I think I'll just watch.
Hmm? You do so. You
Or
watch. Oh,
or I might no,
Like,
I'll
wait.
just
You can wait, and then it means you can still do something if you want to.
Oh, can I do that?
Yep,
So I'll wait and see what happens.
yep. Okay.
And then can I? Does that mean I can just butt in when I feel like it if I want to do something?
Yeah, you can interpose before a friendly person's turn. If they're not friendly, then you have a roll off against them, and you have to spend a fortune point to interpose.
Okay.
I would say, well, I will leave it up to, if you try and interpose before Utarigna or Shagbok will determine whether or not they want to let you interpose or whether you need to roll off.
Well, I'll just okay. We'll just keep going.
Okay, but you're just watching
Yeah.
the horror unfold.
From between Jabir's legs.
Yeah. Mr. Dickens.
I shall do the same and wait behind one of Jabir's enormous buttons.
Plenty to spare.
Click shield.
Fair enough. There's just the dog above you as well.
Yeah. So Shagbok has the initiative, unless Utarigna, you wanted to spend a fortune point. I don't think. Can you spend a fortune point to reroll
No, I
initiative?
didn't. No,
You
I
can't.
didn't.
Wrong
mind
game
it.
system.
I haven't
wrong
had
game
my
system.
turn yet. I could. Yeah, I could re-roll my initiative, couldn't I? But
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No, you're happy with the order as it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If
So
he attacks me first, then I'm justified in attacking him back.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he squares up to you. So he does a hustle, boop, squares up, and slaps you barehanded.
That's what he did to that witch, didn't he? What happened to her?
She's fine. She's in the library.
For a
Okay,
success.
So I can, because I've got. It's not been my turn yet, so I can parry.
Yeah, you get plus 10 because it's slow.
And I just check again. And I get, where is it? Offensive. And I get plus 10 because of my shield.
Plus 20 then.
So parry. Where is it again? Parry. Plus 20. No other modifier. Oh, fail.
Ooh.
I'm gonna.
By 2 points as well.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking 82. I'm gonna spend one of my fortune points. That's why I've got some. But hang on a second. Find it again. Harry. Plus 20. Come on. No other modifier. That's better. Douche.
Yeah.
Slaps my shield.
Yeah, so you just sort of like bring your arm up with your shield, and he sort of like, sort of like backhands the sort of like shield, and he says, "Come down to this," has it? He says, "All that loyalty.
Each other!
This is how it's going to be for power." He just stands his ground. Lhachglin comes to from his crit fail induced coma. And he says to Ringo, "What did I miss?" Ringo's at it. Looks like they're sorting it out, Master Lhachglin. If you'll stand for this, fighting in your throne room, how uncouth. Oh, give them a moment to get it out of their system, says Lhachglin. And does nothing. So he's waiting. Jabir, what would you like to do?
I will wait for a moment.
Yep. Just continue to be a buttock shield.
I'm counting bandages.
Yeah, making sure you got enough. Utarigna. Your turn now.
So I'll do what I'll do is I'll do aim for 1 action point for a +10, and then I'll just try and punch him. So
He will attempt to parry. He does have a shield, so he gets +10.
No modifier.
And that's fast, so it's just got a straight parry.
Well, he's got a -10 because I spent +10 to aim.
-10 after the +10 and the -10, +10, -10. Yeah, so this is simple melee. No, martial melee parry. -10. I'll make it challenging. That does that. He fails. He has a fortune. I have a fortune point. I'll flip it. And he tries again.
Nice.
I'm out of fortune points.
Okay, so firstly, if I aim and hit somebody, he has to do a resist to not be stunned.
Ooh, okay, for bitch slap, and we'll do the rest of the Dimaggio after that. I'll do the resist. Just scroll down a million things. Resist. So resolve. Yeah, I think. Is it resolve or
I think it's athletics. Yeah, I think it's. Let me check again. Stunning blow. It's an athletics test.
Oh.
Resist toughness. Yeah.
Oh, as if toughness.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that.
Okay, so he does that.
Yeah. So he's not stunned. I mean, he is a man mounted.
Okay. Then he also has to resist
A takedown.
takedown, which is coordination or coordination. So athletics if I charged, but I didn't charge.
Didn't charge. Okay.
It's coordination.
He fails that, so he's down.
Now he's prone. Attacks gain 1d6 fury dice if somebody's prone.
Okay.
Like after this, if he stayed prone, I guess.
After that, yeah. So you've done what, 15 damage at the moment?
Yes. Let me see. What did I roll? What did I roll then? Is it a 4? Can you tell what I rolled on the 15?
11 brawn bonus
11
plus 4.
Okay, so I'll spend 1 to make the 4 to a 6, and then I get another d6.
Okay.
So 1 to spend a 4 to a 6, that's 17. plus 6, so another 6.
Oh my
So
god.
17,
Yeah.
23 plus 28.
28. 28. Okay, so
28.
his damage threshold is 9. He's already lightly wounded. So
As
you
he
take him to
should.
moderately wounded, and then you take him to seriously wounded, and then you take him to grievously wounded, but then you take him to slain.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck. Well. So, is he going to spend any fate points or anything, or is he slain to oblivion?
Well, he's slain right now, and Lhachglin perks up a bit. Ooh.
So I'd say to Lhachglin, are you more comfortable now, Master Lhachglin?
He drifts over.
There's a
He drifts over.
precious spleen for you, sir, if you want a new one.
This is opportune. But Rigna, this is opportune. I need a host body for my experiments. He turns, as he surveys the non-conscious form of Shagbok. Marvelous specimen. He will bring the new order to life. He turns and observes the statue, and he utters an incantation. These eldritch words, the black speech, thunders throughout the hall. The statue's eyes flare up, and then the whole world goes momentarily wibbly wobbly. That's technical language. And summoned forth, a demon appears. This hellish demon wields in one hand a flaming sword with lots of spikes on. It has horns. It is humongous. It's like it springs out of the statue, like it's bound within the statue. And Lhachglin says, good, you're here. Take this creature. And he points down to the unconscious form of Shagbok. And the demon looks over, surveys you all, licking its lips, as liquid fire sort of rolls down its body. It's like it sweats liquid fire. It sort of rolls off its body. Steam everywhere. The tree is just sort of recoiling back, keeping out of the way. And Pete takes one step backwards, looking very uncomfortable. And the demon reaches forth and in one clawed hand picks up Shagbok. And Lhachglin goes, Dismissio. And, which is a terrible, terrible incantation, but it will do. And the demon disappears, taking Shagbok's body with it. So much tidier when you have a servitor demon to do your bidding. So much tidier. And he looks around. Well, seems like you are in charge at Arigna after all.
Nice.
It's dinner now.
Yes, I'm sure it is. However, am in need now of... He starts counting on lich fingers. Let us say, at least 3 rude boys, a new snaga, maybe someone a bit meatier as well, whatever you can find you will need to make a trip and see Jeremy Irons the Troll.
I can't wait to meet Jeremy Irons, the troll.
Charles! Charles! Stop! Hiding behind that buttock. Come out. Where is that boy? Is he here? Oh, never mind. When you get a moment, speak to Charles. Oh, there he is. Charles, now.
Yeah.
Charles.
I'll shove Charles in front of us. Shove him there. You go.
Tomorrow, make it tomorrow. Take these denizens and lead them to the troll cave of Jeremy Irons. You know where it is. He's awfully quiet today.
I kick Charles a little bit. Give Charles a little shove. Talking to you, Charles.
Insolence.
I think
Insolence.
Charles might have disappeared into the ether.
He's
Maybe.
just stunned.
Stunned into horror.
Stunned
Yes.
into silence. He knows where it is. He can lead us there, no problem.
Yes, yes. No. I am rather tired from these exertions. You are dismissed. And he
I'm gonna head
floats
stairs
back.
then.
I'm gonna scurry off.
You know,
Did
on the. Go on, Sam.
I was gonna say, did the demon take all of his equipment as well, or just the body?
If anything good.
What did Shagbok have on
The
him?
axe, that brand new axe.
Well, he had that new fancy axe that Tim gave him.
Yeah, no,
He had that chains?
Yeah.
Chain thing?
I think
I've got
Jabber's
the
got the chain,
chains.
hasn't
Oh, you got the chain.
Yeah, I've got to work out how the fuck to use them.
In the spirit of good old-fashioned loot whoring, yes, there is. Yes, Kraken's gift battle axe is amongst his accoutrements. He wasn't. He just picked up his body and. So yes, you can take.
all of his stuff on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whisked him away.
He's got 3 battle
Got his
axes:
bags,
a
isn't
wooden axe, a battle axe, and Kraken's gift battle axe, which is your standard battle axe, except for it has an extra D6 fury dice on top. So you can just create that as you will. He also has a bullwhip, a buckler, a throwing knife, a knuckle duster, and
I would maybe take the Kraken's axe just because everyone else I think has a magic weapon. I don't have a magic weapon as yet, just in case we came up against something that needed it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I like my knuckle dusters. I mean, if somebody else wants to just use the fancy axe, and then if we get in some situation, maybe I'll just come and borrow it off somebody.
Bit big for me.
At the minute, so I have a pack mule of weaponry on my back.
Just weighed down. I think I can carry like something else. What am I on? I'm on 12 out of 14 encumbrance, so I can carry something else. You know, in fact, I'll bin the woodsman's axe. I never use that.
no, why would you? Yeah, well, you know, you can create Kraken's gift. As I said, it's a standard battle axe, but with an extra D6 fury dice of loveliness on top, and has the sort of motifs of Kraken's tentacles on it, engraved, burned into the wood, signed by Tim. So downstairs for a spot of, I guess.
Yeah, I think we deserve a party tonight after we've been trudging through the woods and the swamp and whatnot, and babysitting Tim, and then getting ambushed by Ugluck and them. All this, I think.
I want to go see my friend Boris. I've got some
yeah,
like
cool.
alligator teeth for him.
Nice.
Right.
Go see if the research is done or something.
Yeah, you could. I'll just put you down here, but if you want to potter anywhere else, then rather than just sort of switch maps all over the place, you can do it narratively. A bit of theatre of the old mind. Where's Charles gone? Charles, where are you?
Seems to have disappeared altogether.
We'll take a brief pause and see if we can reconnect Charles, shall we? A moment.
Yeah.
Just send him another message.
Send him a message through the ether and we'll see if we can claw him back. Yeah. You certainly could have taken from Ugluk some symbol of status. What would you like it to be?
You know, it won't be like his weapons and stuff because we've like dished them out. But I'm sure he'd have like I don't know. Does he have a like military jacket with peps on or something?
Yeah, absolutely, he does. Yeah,
I'd take that off him.
Yeah.
Because he's a big fella anyway as well, right? So.
Yeah. I think Ugluk's jacket is like one of those biker boy jackets.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
sleeves ripped off. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a
I'd take that.
Hell's Angels jacket with a lot of studs.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'd totally take that. Because everyone knows it's his as well, isn't it? So.
Absolutely. I'll just check this. Everyone got vision on this layer? Just check with you, Charles. No, you haven't.
No, I can't.
No, you have.
Yeah,
Yes,
I have.
now.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, see Charles.
Good, good.
Where's Boris?
You can also see the
Boris?
text of Shagbot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Shagbot's still there.
It's an hallucination. There you go.
Don't know what you mean.
I'm looking for Boris.
Looking
Where's
for Boris. Benjamin
Boris?
looks over as you call out for Boris, and he says, "He's where is he? I sent him out. He's getting water for the trough," says Benjamin. Should
Well,
be.
I've got a present for him. Tell him when he comes back.
Yeah, okay. Unless you see him first.
Be in the kitchen.
Well, all right then.
Now let's pile in. See Kellogg.
Sit at the head table. Haha! Look, we can sit here.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Cooking Man. What you
Kellogg.
got?
Hello, it's Craig. I've been waiting for you.
Hello, Kellogg.
Mr. Dickens. How the devil are you?
Yes, very well. Looking forward to some of your fine food.
Yes, well, you know, I've got plenty of it. What is it you want? We got a spaghetti meatball special, or perhaps you want something a bit more, I don't know, how you say, it's a bit French.
Italian, isn't he?
Yes, really struggle with this this accent.
Middle Earth European.
Middle Earth European. Yeah. well,
We'll put all the alligator steaks that we brought back.
just start
How about
slapping
these?
them.
These are fresh.
Oh,
And all the empty jars for all the unguent that we used up. Give them all those back. Said that we bring them back. There you go.
oh.
Spaghetti meatballer.
Yeah, how about alligator meatballs?
I can do this. Of course I can do this. Yes, I am Ramsay. There's nothing I cannot cook. And he starts creating some seafood / alligator style
I'm a bit
spaghetti
sick of
situation.
alligator. I want the meatballs.
Wow.
Meatballs, sir.
Meatballs.
The pork meatballs, sir.
Pork and meatballs, yeah!
Ah. And he starts furiously chopping. And, you know, that when you came in, there was a hush amongst the smaller sort of like snaga goblins. And then, you know, they go back to what they're doing, which is sort of squabbling, eating, playing games, drinking beer, and all is as it was. Kellogg comes round
when we
with your
came
food
in,
shortly after. Yes.
when we came in, I would have like walked all around the tables, around all the little guys, so they can see I've got
The
big
jacket on.
fella's jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they were silent at first, but then they see you in the jacket and they start to give you, you know, they start to indulge in classic
Stop, nod.
subservient orc behaviour, which is, you know, to not engage in eye contact and look away and, you know, look cowed. And, you know, it seems pretty clear that they know which side their bread is buttered on.
I think also what I will have done is when we come in and we all get settled and we've got their attention, I'd say like, you know, we're in charge now, but we're all on the same side, and I'll say to Kellogg, like, to get food and drinks for everybody, and, you know, I want to at least at first treat these guys really well so they're our pals, so they don't like, because Ugluck was a bit of a dick to him, wasn't he?
And Kellogg, as he
And
brings
Aston
over
Martin.
your meals, he says, I don't miss that little shit Aston Martin. He was my cook's hand. I will miss him doing things for me, but maybe you sort something out, yeah?
We
gonna
find
find you
another
somebody.
snaga.
Need a busboy. Busboy snagger.
Another basaboya
Yeah.
for you.
Make me happy, yeah.
You got to do this all the time as well.
We're off
You
to
are.
see Jeremy Irons tomorrow.
Oh!
Yeah.
Jeremy! Oh. Well, that'll be fun. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes. Tell him I want my cookbook back.
Okay.
I'm going to go around and give out some alligator teeth to the little buggers.
Yeah.
Make sure I save at least 2 for Boris, but I've got loads of them in my pockets.
Yeah, and they love those. You know. And,
Hey, look, alligator teeth for you.
yeah. 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 They start immediately using them as tokens on their board game, and gambling with them, and one kobold sticks 2 of them into his mouth and pretends to be a vampire. Jollity ensues, as only snaggers can. Yeah. You have a fulfilling meal. No one bothers you at all. What would you like to do?
I guess we eat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, party the night away this night. We deserve like a rest and stuff.
Yeah.
And then maybe like in the morning we'll go and, you know, have a look for Jabir in the library and all the little odd jobs we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've got
That's
any peril on the peril track, reset it back to unimperiled or unhindered or whatever it is. I don't think any of you are injured. If you are, then we ought to heal that.
I'm not
Do a little
injured.
bit of healing if anyone needs it. I don't think anyone does, do they?
I
I think
so.
we're all good. Jabir, your knee's better, isn't it? Your knee's fixed.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, he stopped limping now, so
Nice.
maximum speed, Troll. See those buttocks wobble as he marches back to Outwalker full speed. And yeah, you could sort of like perhaps after your meal, you know, sort of go and consult in the library and see what the librarian assistants have pulled out. You were doing some research, weren't you? Remind me what research it was you'd made a request for them to do.
Anything to do with his tribal mark and ashen trolls?
Yeah. Now, you need someone with an education to read the book for you, so you've got a couple amongst your number. Charles Dickens, of course, but I think also Utarigna can read, and can
Magrat?
read?
Yeah, all of us can.
Yeah, of course I can read.
Smart party we are. Yeah. Yeah, we'll all go, unless anyone wants to do anything else.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so pile into the library.
So someone want to do an education role and perhaps be supported by others to figure out what are in the books that the librarian assistants have selected.
Who's got the most chance of? Who's got the highest? Doodah.
Probably Charles, isn't it?
Yeah,
Education.
okay.
Mine is. Let me see. Mine is 47 total.
Mine's 39. I don't understand. It's 39, but I'm a journeyman. What does that mean?
So you get
I get plus 20.
That's
20,
59.
so it would be
Yeah,
59.
Yeah.
Yours is
I'm
59.
59 as well.
Have you got a journeyman thing on it though, or anything?
Yeah. Well, 39 plus 20.
Oh, so we're the same.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
well, you
there you go.
do it, Charles, because you know your way around the library a lot better than
Yeah.
Magrat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you, Ragrut, could do an assist, and
Okay.
you know, Utarigna, you could do an assist as well, and offer a
Is
couple.
that a D10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you all
Okay.
pour
What
through
I'll
the
do
books.
is I'll keep an eye on the what they called Tate and Lyle, who are supposed to have got the books out for us.
Tate,
Tate
Lyle,
Lyle and,
and what's the other one?
Billingtons.
Billingtons. Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
remember different brands of
And what
sugar.
I'll do is I'll hover over them in a
Yeah.
scary way to make sure they're not like taking the piss
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything like that.
Well, they look at
They're
you
not
in
That
your
always
focused on
really
it,
helps.
Jabber.
look at you in your
Yeah.
studded jacket, and
That's it.
immediately, you know,
Hell yeah,
they're
mini jacket.
different. You know.
Yeah.
So, do I just press education?
Yes, please.
can synergise as
Education.
well.
You can synergise.
Oh yeah, no, synergise it with
Yeah.
something.
A skill that.
Folklore.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's particularly what you're looking for. You're looking through these books they've pulled out, looking for particular reference to ashen trolls.
So, what difficulty is it?
And, routine.
Routine. And then roll skill.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
my god. However,
Mine
thankfully, you've got
Oh.
help. Because you've got an assisted die of a 6 and an assisted die of a 5, so you can replace that 10. Oh, is that...
Yeah, I didn't roll that far.
Oh, you
that
haven't
was full
rolled it,
damage
they're
only.
D6s. Oh, so what have we got? We've
No,
got a
no.
10 from Ragrut, that's no help. That's
Oh.
just as bad as the
No.
bloody 10 we've already got.
Sorry, I'm a bit pissed.
We've got a 4 from a Tarigna, however, you know, and between you, so that's a 40 against 79. Give some information for Jabir. So Jabir, settle in. There's a little story about where you're from. According to these books, and there's some maps as well, that show the desolate plain of Golgoroth in northwestern Mordor, enclosed by the mountains of Morgai and the Ethel Duath in the west, and the Ered Lithri in the north. These mountain arms that sort of branch off and enclose. The way into Golgoroth is through a set of mouth known as the Towers of Teeth. And there's some references in there that you spot between you, all poring over these books. There's some symbols that look very, very similar, very redolent to the tattoo that you have on your body, the sort of ring and the flames. From what you can tell, it seems that your tribe of Ashen Trolls seem to be the gatekeepers of the Towers of Teeth, the entryway into Mordor itself. And that's what you learn from the books with that success.
Yay.
Do you come from up there then?
And the librarian assistants, sort of deferentially hover around. As soon as you finish with the book and they're sure that you don't need it anymore, they sort of like run off with it and put it back on the shelf. And they bring other ones round, and you stitch this information together out of all these various books and maps, and that's what you learn. And I guess on you're then going to set off and try and locate Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Set off the next day.
Yeah.
Now, Charles, you know where his troll cave is.
Yeah.
And you have encountered Jeremy Irons before. He is... yeah.
Is he a delightful fellow?
He is an absolutely humongous troll who is not unfriendly to Sarn Goriwing. Sort of like you've established this ongoing relationship in that he does provide resources for you. He's like your gopher. He's like your fence. From if Benjamin or one of the other trolls sort of working in the forge needs a particular mineral, then Jeremy is the go-to troll for that. But also Jeremy does have close ties to several bands of orcs, and you have been able to persuade him in the past to, when supplies of rude boys and kobolds have run low for one reason or another, like someone got squashed in the anvil a couple of weeks ago, someone actually got washed away and fell asleep permanently in the enchanted river. When these industrial accidents happen, he's where you go to get sort of new recruits. But you have to deal with him delicately. He will want something. So if you're going to go out, that if you're going to go out and strike a deal with Jeremy, you've got to have something to barter with.
Okay. I presume I know what he likes.
He's not averse to wild boar. You do tend to have some boar, as you've probably seen, dotted around within Sarn Goriwing. You could round up some of the barrel-bellied pigs that are residents and make up Kellogg Ramsay's pork chop recipes. And take some of those with you.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we'll take him a couple of alligator steaks to try as well.
He probably would be interested in that. That might be the kind of leverage that you need. Yeah. It's a couple of days hike into the mountains to locate his troll hole. As soon as I said troll hole, I was a bit worried about what I just said. But yeah, you can go and find your way there. What I'm going to need is someone to take the lead in scouting, someone to take the lead in navigating.
I normally do the scouting. Happy to scout.
Yeah, scout
I
ahead.
presume I should navigate as I know the way.
You do know the
I
way,
do have-
and that will give you an advantage, sort of like doing that.
I have navigation as well, I believe.
That would be most handy. Okay.
Scouting is stealth, isn't it?
Scouting is
yeah.
stealth. Yep. Now this is challenging terrain because you're making your way through wastelands and foothills up into the mountains. So it will be, all these rolls will be at -10.
Oh, I've got navigation, but not like apprentice or journeyman.
So you'd have to flip to fail because it has an asterisk.
So you might want to.
Well, I think Jabir has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
and I've also got the azimuth thing, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
cool.
Jabir's bag.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
who's
go for it, Jabir.
who's going to take the survivalist role? That's the only other role we haven't filled yet. Because normally Shagbot would do that, but
I can do it. I can do that. I
Okay.
don't have a rank, but it isn't flip to fail, and it's not an awful score. So
all right. Let's do the navigate roll first and see how that goes.
Oh. I just did my stealth.
That's
roll
all
and
right. We'll
failed it.
park that and.
practicing. Shut up.
Can
Ragnar.
I assist with navigation? Is that,
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you can assist.
as I know the way.
Yeah, you can add a D10 because you do know the way and say, "Oh no, not that way. I'll recognise that." And you've normally gone
Okay.
with one of the other sort of like orcs previously. Yeah. Yeah. So Jabir, if you want to do a navigate, and,
7.
Charles is giving you a 7.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So in terms of generally sort of like plotting out the routes you're going, definitely going in the right direction. And then if we could take a survival roll, please, from you to Rigna, and we'll sort of like see how you get on in terms of the survival aspects of the journey.
Okay. So I can synergize, but then I've got a -10 anyway for the terrain.
Yeah.
So I just roll it as a standard.
Yep.
Regular skill. Oh, okay. Take it.
Nice. Okay, so you're keeping vigilant. You're making sure that the things are sort of like safe when you're camping. You're making sure that you're settling down next to a water supply that doesn't immediately send you all off to sleep. As Ragrut, you'd got 65 out of 46 for your scouty stealth roll. Looking ahead for signs of danger. I mean, unless you want to re-roll that, I think you've got.
Yeah. So like when you synergize, you get a +10.
Yep.
Do you?
Yep.
So if my normal stealth is 46,
Yep.
shouldn't that be 56?
Yep. It should be.
But it says 46.
It
Yeah,
does.
the
I've got a
-10.
-10 for the terrain.
-10 for terrain. We'll put it back down again.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. Well, I'm gonna use one of our thingies anyway.
A thingy, a fortune point. Okay,
Yeah,
go for it.
and I'll just keep going until I succeed. So it's basically at normal because of. Alright, I'll try again. Oh, blimey.
Oh.
Oh, I'll come back in half an hour when you've done it. Look at that.
Bloody hell!
72, 71,
Shake the
71.
dice. Hey,
Yay!
perfect.
Excellent. I'll take
Right,
that
Like
one
a
then.
ninja.
that's yours now. Then.
Thank you very much.
Right, I'm being very stealthy.
Eventually.
You are.
Eventually.
Yeah. You know, and this is a 3-4 day trek, sort of like into the mountains, you know, so probably traveling at night, you know, under the starlight, and then you've got Jabir able to sort of like reference the stars, makes it easier, and Charles could be pointing out familiar landmarks, and Utarigna is making sure that you know, you've got everything that you need in order to sort of like survive and everything. Make sure that the camp is defensible, and you know, you doze during the day until you feel sort of like rested, because it is a long old sort of like slog and the terrain is challenging, and but eventually on day 4 of this foot slog, you know, interspersed with a bit of hunting and a bit of gathering, you know, to keep yourself well fed, you come across this massive, craggy, rocky outcrop of mountain, and recognize this trail. Charles spots it first. You recognize this trail that leads up, wends its way up into these rocky crags, and there is this massive hole bored into the rock face, and it's the entrance to Jeremy Iron's abode. You know, there's a scattering of bones, you know, which indicates it's definitely his hole. There's a slight whiff coming from it as well. Nothing else that you can see right now immediately obvious, but this is, you know, you're going to have to make your way down into the troll hole if you want to see Jeremy from the looks of it.
How far away is the entrance? Is it like a bit down the cliff, or is it miles?
It's you know, it's a sort of 10-minute
Is it
walk.
within shouting distance if somebody was right there in the entrance?
Yeah,
and
you
shouted
could
to them?
bellow up to it. Yeah.
So I start bellowing, Jeremy, Jeremy, Jeremy. See if he hears us as we head towards it.
Yeah. As you sort of like make your way and get a bit closer to it, you're bellowing for Jeremy. And initially there's absolutely no response, but you know, just your calls are echoing around the valley. You know, you get there's quite a good echo going on. So it would be Jeremy, 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 Jeremy. And eventually you do hear this shout back. Doesn't sound like a troll voice though, but it sounds more like some kind of more from the accent. It's more of an orc or a goblin man. You can't see them because it seems to be coming from inside the hole of the troll hole. But a shout comes back. What? Who are you?
It's Charles Dickens. The master has sent us.
And that echoes around. And then the voice comes back. What have you got? What have you got? What have you got? What have you got? What have you got?
We've got some pork
Pork.
and some alligator
Alligator.
steaks as well.
Bring them up then. Bring them up then. Bring them up then. Bring them up then.
We'll head in, I guess.
Yes, you could just sort of like head up to the entrance to the troll hole, and then sort of into the gloom. Of course, you all have dark vision, so I don't have to faff around with light settings. Let me take you to Jeremy's troll hole. I'll just grab these tokens. Take them with us. First there is darkness and gloom, and then you find yourself stood before a gateway. See yourself all right? All vision okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the gate, it's quite crude, you know, just sort of like blocks off the way, is this delightful fellow. And you recognise his voice because it's the one who was shouting at you. And he sort of like peers at you suspiciously, and sees that you have with you. Well, how many boar did you take with you as bribes? How many of these barrel-bellied pigs would you have purloined?
3.
Okay.
1 each, maybe. 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
4. All right. Yeah. He sort of like eyes them, and you see him licking his lips and with you know, the salivating a bit. And what else have you got for trade? He says trade. Jeremy likes trade.
Got some alligator steaks too.
Alligator steaks. Alligator steaks. Show me.
I'll
Let us
show
in
him
then.
the fine alligator steaks.
Okay. He will, satisfied that you're not telling porcupines, he grabs the unties the gate and sort of like rotates it round and sort of like sets it up against the wall, and then backs off so that you can enter, and you can head into Jeremy's troll hole.
Right. Jeremy's troll hole.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Jeremy looks round. He's squatting down.
Hello, Jeremy.
Dickens. Long time no see.
It's been a while. Leyland has sent us for some new recruits
Oh,
after a bit of trouble.
trouble at the Black Rock.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
What kind of trouble?
We have a new leader of orcs, shall I just say?
Oh.
I'll turn around and say, "Hey, do you like my new jacket?" See if he recognises it. Does it have like Sarn Goriwing, like rockers on
Yeah,
the
it
black tower?
does. Yeah.
Turn around and show it to him.
Yeah, you could have moved the studs around, you know, so that.
Yeah. I've torn off the patch that said Ugluk. And I've really crudely drawn her. This is what I spent last night doing.
Yeah.
Trying to write my name on the on the back.
What happened to old ugly face then?
He is no more.
He's
He was challenged, shall we say?
well, bound to happen, I suppose. And what Lost a
Sorry?
few of your number, did you? Lost a few of your number. Need some new recruits, is it?
We do indeed. And we've brought you some treats as well to
Oh,
smooth over the deal.
the fire is.
Got an alligator tooth. I've got an alligator tooth here. You can have if you want.
Yeah, he takes a huge hand and will sort of like pluck the tooth out of it, you know, and peers at it. Is it an aphrodisiac?
Well, I don't know.
Yes.
What's one
Yes,
of
it
them?
is.
Oh, okay. He says it is.
Definitely is.
Good, good, good. And he bellows at one of the little sort of like snaggers who sort of like scampers over and takes the tooth off him and puts it into a pestle and mortar and starts grinding it up. Well, and he sniffs at the alligator steaks, you know, and seems pleased that they're not past their sell by date yet. And he looks at the 4 barrel-bellied pigs and nods approvingly. And he says, well, I suppose we could do some kind of deal. And then he looks over. He's got, amongst his little company there, 3 rude boys who are sitting sullenly in the southeast corner, just glaring at you lot. And, you know, a couple of snagger who are sort of like hopping around doing menial tasks.
We need a snagger too. That's what the master said. We need a snagger too.
Also, Kellogg was after his cookbook.
Yeah, true that.
He gave that to me, said Jeremy. It's
Okay,
not
I'm
a loan. Keep telling him. He gave it to me.
He wants to borrow it. He just wants to borrow it. Copy the recipes.
But I can't remember all the details of his hot pot recipe without it. He says,
Write it on a piece of paper for you, and we could leave that here, and then you could have it back after.
Yeah. And then we'll take the book back, and then he can copy that, and then we'll bring it back to you after.
I like my book.
For now, I'll copy the hot pot. Okay.
He said,
Well, let us copy the recipes, and we'll just take him the copies.
he thinks about that. I'll think about it. But my book is a deal breaker. It's my book now. And you know, you can see that he's actually got this book on him. It's in a little holster. And it has Kellogg Ramsay's recipes scrawled out. And it says Jeremy Irons family recipe book instead. You know, it's a deal breaker, my book. It's a deal breaker. I'm not saying no. I think what we've got is the equivalent of a sort of social conflict. We need someone with some bargaining skills, really, to take the lead. And we need to do a bit of an opposed bargain test.
Bargain.
Have Guile. Maybe I can bullshit him.
Guile, I would accept as a substitute.
I'm quite good at bargain.
Bargain is the main thing you're doing here, though. It's a deal you're trying to strike.
Journeyman in bargain.
Nice. Okay.
Which that just but that only puts me up to 55 though.
Okay.
I'm apprentice.
I would have.
With 4 to 50.
What are you on?
I'd have 62 in Guile with Journeyman. If we could bargain. The other thing is, could we do like a cross game flashback where if Kellogg had explained what the book looked like, how big it was, could we have borrowed a book out of the library to perhaps, if we end up staying here, like do a ringer, switch it out or something, just change the dust jacket
As a sort of backup
or something.
plan if
Yeah,
bargaining
yeah.
doesn't go well. Yeah, certainly. I mean, because when you started talking to Kellogg about the recipe book, he would have banged on about it. And he says he knows it's just a loan. It was only a loan. Every time you go there, you tell me that it's for keepsies. It wasn't for keepsies. He just rambles on about. Yes, so I will say that you have a book of the same size,
Nice.
slightly different, similar sort of like
That's
dust
cool.
jacket, and you could try
Is it
and trade
is
it
it
out.
other recipe book? Is it a recipe? Can we have specifically taken a cookbook out of the library?
I mean, there's so many books in the library. There definitely would be another recipe book.
Brilliant. All right, nice one.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
and you could just switch the dust jacket over, Jeremy Irons' cookbook dust jacket, over the top if you get the opportunity. Yeah.
Right.
I like it. I
Cool.
like this plan. Otherwise, then really it's a sort of opposed bargain test. Let me get Jeremy Irons. What's Jeremy Irons' bargaining skills like? Oh, he has got bargain. Whew, I can't believe it. Yeah, so who's going to take the lead in doing the bargain then? If it all goes Pete Tong, you'll have to put planned switcheroo into place.
Who's got the best bargain then?
I've got 50. I think
I've got
you had
55.
45.
45.
Yeah, I'll assist somebody with like guile.
Yep.
I can assist as well.
Shall I have a go then?
Yeah, go on
Yeah.
then.
I'll synergize it with guile as well.
Yeah, do it as a standard because it's an opposed test.
Okay.
And then we'll do degrees of...
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
Nice, not bad. So work out your degrees
You
of
don't need to-
success.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, it'll be 5 plus whatever your bargain and what is it, fellowship bonus, is it? Or
I think so.
yeah,
don't-
fellowship bonus.
Yeah.
So you take the 65, the 6, and you minus the 1 from the 10,
Yeah.
and that gap plus your fellowship bonus is how many degrees of success you have. You'd have 5 plus your fellowship bonus.
That's
that is.
11 then.
Nice.
Okay, he's failed his on his first attempt. So I'm going to give him another crack. Come on,
Can I do
Jeremy.
the ebb and flow? And stop him doing it.
Go on. Go
Yeah.
on.
Do the ebb and flow and stop him.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you once a session you
Nice.
can. Yeah. Pink. Could you... Oh, brilliant. So
Yeah.
you basically stop me from being able to use Jeremy. You can't re-roll. Nicely played. Nicely played. Clutch ebb and
Yeah,
flow.
well played.
Yeah. Fair enough. So he fails. So you've successfully bargained with him. What is it you want to trade exactly? You get everything that you want out of this bargain. What? Sketch out for me exactly what it is that you want to be included.
Well, we want the recruits and the cookbook, right?
Yeah. So we want 4 rude boys, a snagger, and a cookbook.
And you're offering up the 4 pot-bellied pigs, the alligator snakes, alligator steaks.
Steaks.
And the alligator.
And the tooth. I'll chuck him in a I hardened spear as well if him or his mate want to use that.
He's not going to turn down a
I've got
weapon
plenty of.
because he can trade with it. Someone else. He's a trader. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see,
yeah.
you know, this troll hole is just littered with stuff. You know, this is what he does. He trades, and he has the rude boys goes out and scavenge. So yeah,
Does he want a dwarf skull as well?
he's
Carrying all this crap around.
anything you've got. Yeah, I mean, he'll trade it out if you want. If there's something, if you want to see what he's got. I mean, you can see the kind of things lying around, but if there's
Okay.
any bit of equipment that you want,
Okay.
have a sift through the compendium, and more than likely, Jeremy Irons will have it to trade, and you can swap it out for something that you've got on your person.
Oh.
I just want to take off him consumables that we use, like maybe bandages or smelling salts.
Yeah, he's got all that.
Anything like that we use.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
the closest I
it's
can
not.
get to an orc shopping trip.
Shopping. Brilliant.
So-
Oh, okay. Does he want
We've
money?
got gold, haven't we?
He'll take gold. So yes, you can
Where's-
buy things out the compendium with gold if you want. For once in your life, actually spend gold that you've got. I like shiny. Yeah.
So where
Okay.
do I find the list of things?
If you type gear in the compendium,
Hmm.
that will show you, like, you know, all the prices of
Yeah.
like mundane stuff, I guess.
Pavilion tent.
A 10 for 1, 10 for 2.
Yeah.
Wooden skates. I'm getting wooden skates.
Pretty much anything within reason, I'll accept in trappings. You can have.
Grappling hook. What's a gaff bag?
No idea.
Just a bag.
It's a bag for gaffing.
Astrolabe.
Oh,
I get a telescope.
strangely enough, he has got one tucked away. Fell off the back of a wagon, he says. Fell off the back of a wagon.
I just need to see how much gold I've got. I'm not sure how much I've got.
Is there anything Jabir needs,
You've got
supply-wise?
I'm just having a look now.
Yeah, I mean, if you need extra arrows or bolts or...
Is that 15 GC stands for gold coins?
Gold coins,
gold
yeah.
crown.
Gold
Yeah.
crowns, yeah.
I haven't got enough for a telescope.
How much is a telescope?
15.
15. Do your deal, says Jeremy. Do your deal.
Come
What
on
have you
in.
got to trade? What have you got to trade? Got some black lotus or some red cap mushrooms, something like that. Medicine? I like medicine. Got terrible boils, he says. He turns around and shows you his boily bottom.
I've got a holy symbol from the Witch Queen.
Nah,
Do you want that?
nah.
Ah.
Can you lance my boils?
I can launch the boils, yeah.
Heal me. I'll
Um,
trade you for healing. Make up give me what you've got, and the rest I'll take for if you can lance these painful boils. We're cushy.
Okay, well, I'll give you 5 gold crowns
Yeah,
and a boil lancing.
lovely.
But you'll have to provide the bandages.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Got a
Excellent.
deal. Well, I've got a telescope. Oh,
Nice. Brilliant.
Yeah, that will certainly
Can I
help
get a
with.
compass?
Yeah, he's got a compass. If you can afford it, or you can do a deal with him, you can take one of
I'm not
those.
sure how much money I've got. I'll check how much money
Fill up a wagon, he says.
I've got. Where is it? Where do I place it? Trappings. Maybe one gold piece.
Oh,
I can give you some stuff unless you've got
Did we
Stuff
take
to-
Shagbox's money?
Sure, you can have his loot change, loose change. How much do you have on him? I'll have a look. Shagbok had 10 gold crowns.
Wow.
22
22 each.
silver shillings, which is 2 gold crowns, and 36 brass pennies, which is probably not worth having.
How much are bandages? Because they're not in the thing.
Well, you make them. You use a healing roll to make bandages. Otherwise, they are 5 pennies. Typically, they trade at.
Okay, well I'll buy 10 bandages then.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, I've got no gold coins.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
And what did you want, Charles? A compass?
Yeah,
And how much was the compass?
5 gold coins.
So, I'll trade him my fire-hardened spear and a dwarf skull for compass and like a smelling salts and a bandage or something.
Yeah, he'll
Do
take that. He'll take that.
Nice. There you go, Charles. So I'll give you the compass.
Thank you very
Nice.
much.
So how much
That's
for the
welcome.
bandages?
Actually, I just looked them up again in the starter kit. They are 1 silver shilling. I was looking in the Mad Source
Okay.
book.
Bugger all.
We'll put them back then. Okay.
Don't you want bandages? I mean, you can pretty much make them out of cloth and water and yourself because you're a barb surgeon. So
I'll just buy some.
yeah, all right.
So I haven't got any cloth.
Just buy a big sheet of cloth.
Yeah.
Buy a sheet of him.
Yeah.
A duvet or a pillowcase or something. Then you can just make all your bandages.
Fill off a wagon. It's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
Does he have any armor that I could wear or shields?
Oh, armor.
He bellows at one of the rude boys who reluctantly sort of like comes over and sends him off into one of the massive piles of stuff that he's got lying around, and see him scrambling around in it, and then eventually comes back with some armor. Yeah, so he has armor your size. What armor you are after?
I have 20 gold pieces, so I can get. I'll go for some leather armor.
Nice. It's like half a cow, several cows, 3 cows, 4 cows, 5 cows. I don't know how many cows it takes to cover you with armor. But this appears to have been donated by a troll just your size, conveniently enough. So quite a small troll, really. It's however you want it to be designed. So, tell me what this new leather armor is like, Jabir. What does it look like?
It's I want to say classic Roman.
Ooh, yeah.
That sort of look to it.
So the straps that go over the shoulders, and it's sort of
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's what.
You'd be in a skirt, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
A little bit of freedom, and I'll get some arrows as well.
Marvelous. Shopping. Now, look, if you're a games master, you have to have one session every now and then where you do some shopping. It's taking me 15 episodes to figure out how to do shopping. This was my solution.
Well, I've got a telescope. I'm happy. I'm looking around the really dark room with my telescope.
You can't see fuck all, but outside it will be perfect.
I'll go outside and have a little look.
Yeah,
so I
you can sort of like
see.
scramble up out of the troll hole and sort of like get outside, and it's a bright moonlit night. There's a lake sort of in the distance that you can peer at through the telescope, and it sort of like jumps in your vision, and you can, you get a very nice view outside. It's certainly going to give you a bonus, looking over long distances, which could well be handy because I foresee a long journey east.
Ragrat's
I've got a
very
compass
happy.
as well to point east.
Excellent.
Absolutely. So if you become separated from Jabir, who has an inherent natural ability to find his way around, then with your compass you will be well set in case you get separated. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's a distinct possibility if you do a long journey.
Sounds worrying.
Sounds worrying? No, I don't mean to worry you. I'm trying to reassure you. I failed there. And you've replenished some supplies to Rigna with some smelling salts and other sundries.
Yeah, some bandages.
Bandages. Yeah, marvellous. And Jeremy Irons invites you to stay the day. The orcs equivalent of staying the night, I suppose. And it's...
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he wants to get the most hours of work out of his rude boys, so whilst he's still got them, so he sets them to tidy up all the skeletons into a pile. I want all the barrels over there, and I have to go get some more employees now myself, he says. How is Lhachglin these days? He never visits me anymore.
He's unconscious half the time.
Oh.
Yes, smoke coming out of his eyes. It's really weird.
He has a fond look on his face. I miss the old bastard.
I'll tell him to come pay you a visit, but I can't.
I know.
We'll make him.
I know. And
He doesn't do much travelling these days.
No. As he gets older, he just keeps himself tucked away in that black rock of his. And
He does.
as you sit around the fire, so one of the two snaggers, the two snaggers work to spit one of your pot-bellied boars. And you have some suckling pig, so to speak. A whole roast boar is prepared, and Jeremy shares it with you because he's very happy. He's got all this shiny and other traded objects, and he's managed to shift some stuff that was just cluttering up his hole. I suppose that's the way to put it. And he even goes so far as to break out a barrel of grog.
Nice.
And share it, and he has words with the rude boys saying, he's your boss now, and he points at you, Tarigna, and the rude boys look at you. Or, they're just covered in war paint and tasteful loincloths and scabs.
Nice. Tasteful loincloths.
Tasteful loincloths, yeah.
Glad they put those.
Yeah, me too. Your job now is to name the 3 rude boys and the snagger that you're taking with you. I need names for these saps. Yeah. So please don't kill them before we get there, because I'll be upset.
No, I'll say to him as well that the reason you have this job is because the last lot of rude boys attacked us. So if you attack us, then we'll just kill you as well. And I'll give them a silver piece each.
Ooh. Wages. They like the idea of wages. Yeah. Jeremy looks disapproving at the idea of wages. He doesn't believe in it.
Fine. This is why they leave him to come to us. All round. Okay, so what should we call them? 3?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, 3 guys. What about Shaggy, Scooby, and Velma.
Shaggy,
Keep going
Scooby,
then.
and
Think
Fred.
of some. And Fred, yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
Shaggy. I'll take Shaggy.
Captain Caveman.
Captain
What was the Hairbear bunch called?
Caveman.
Captain Caveman.
Okay.
This is the downside of asking you to name.
I'm completely without any inspiration whatsoever here.
I think I could take Velma. I drew in the line at Scooby. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't know.
You know, we had Del and Rodney and before, didn't we?
Alright, here we go then. Alright.
Velma.
Shaggy, Velma and Scooby, the rude boys. What about the
And what about the other-
Snaga?
Snaga.
Yeah, little Snaga.
He's going to be the cook, isn't he?
Well, Cook's busboy. So
Assistant, yeah.
think of a
Gromit.
cook.
Yes.
Gromit?
Gromit.
Gromit.
Gromit, yeah.
Gromit.
I'd accept Gromit, but I'd like to prefer. Not that I want authorial control, but I'd like to prefer the idea of Manuel.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Manuel.
Manuel works, yes.
Uh, okay, brilliant. So between us, we have created Tolkien purist. Look away. Manuel, Scooby, Velma, and Shaggy. lesser known orcs and goblins of Sarn Goriwing. Yeah, and you have a very pleasant time with Jeremy Irons. You know, the grog is passed round, and your new rude boy minions are delighted with the idea of, you know, they stare at their silver pieces because they've never actually owned anything themselves ever before.
Nice.
And you know, the boar is plentiful and sort of like passed round. And you know, Jeremy.
Little snooze.
Yeah, you can have a snooze during the day, and then sort of like Jeremy insists that somebody tell him a story, otherwise he can't get a proper nap.
I can read to him out of the
I
A to Z of alchemy.
I can use my what is it?
Ooh,
Enumeration thing, which is good for spinning a story.
fabulous! So you've got a talent for that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Incredible numeration, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the fella.
Nice.
Do.
Rumours and telling stories.
All right, let's have a little look at that. I'm just popping into your character sheet, so pardon me as I barge in, because I
No
want to see
worries.
what that does.
You can get it up if you want.
Oh god, I've popped out the chat. That's it. Stream over.
Oh no.
Hang on. Yep, fire away, please. Tell me.
You
all.
are highly knowledgeable about the world around you and the world at large, having either travelled or read widely.
Yes.
You're innately friendly and people enjoy your company.
company.
When gossiping or spinning a tale, you gain a plus 20 base chance to
Rumour
spin a tale.
test. Right, in that case, you're going to spin a tale then for Jeremy Irons and company. You know, as people pass around the boar and the grog goes round. Can you do a rumour test? You get plus 20 because of your incredible numeration. And tell them a story. You know, you'll concoct a story from books you have read and or indexed. Can't help but if you're sorting out a library,
I'll,
filter through the books.
right, where do I find? Rumours.
Be on the main page, probably a fellowship skill.
Oh, rumour.
Yeah.
So I synergise with education as well,
Absolutely.
and say plus 20.
Plus 20, yeah.
So how do I do that?
You could just make it change the difficulty level to make it easier until you get plus 20.
Ah, there.
Yeah. $90. Okay.
Hey.
Now you don't have to tell me all the ins and outs of the story unless you've got one off the top of your head, but could you sketch out for me roughly what it is, what kind of story Charles Dickens tells? You know, that enchants Jeremy Irons.
I think I'll tell him the story of Lhachglin's history.
Oof. Yeah, and he listens.
How he
entranced. Yeah.
How he got to have the black smoky stuff coming out of his eyes.
Because originally Lhachglin was a man.
Yeah.
Back in the day. You tell the tale of how he fell to the shadow and the corruption, and how he rose in power to become one of Sauron's lieutenants, how he avoided destruction when Sauron was defeated, basically by hiding in a black rock in the middle of Mirkwood. That'll do it. And how he has persisted over the eras. And, it's all thoroughly enjoyable, but eventually Jeremy falls asleep. At the same point, he always falls asleep in a story about 10 minutes in. And he sort of like settles down, and, that leaves you more bore and more grog to finish off. And you can settle down in front of the fire, keep yourselves warm, doze off, and then head back to Sarn Goriwing with your new minions.
And the cookbook as well, yeah?
And the cookbook, yes. He's a little reluctant about that, and you notice there's quite a lot of greasy finger stains, but he does give it up. So
I'll give him the backup cookbook as a consolation.
As you hand over the backup cookbook, probably in the morning, he sort of like, the next evening rather, because we're sort of inverted, he peers at it and he says, well, I don't like haute cuisine, he says, looking at all the recipes. This is very complicated.
No, this one's better. No, this one's better. This is like simple, look, stews and stuff.
No hot pot.
Point him towards
here.
like. But there's cottage pie, look. Look at this. I show him the cottage pie recipe and.
Oh, lamb.
If I can.
It's so hard to get hold of mutton.
Yeah, but you can put any meat in. It's fine.
You get
Some of this alligator in.
Get the impression he's just going to moan about it because it's different.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But he takes
Fair
it, and you can, he takes it, and you just sort of leave him sifting through. It's a massive book, but in his hand it's like a little pocketbook, sifting through the recipes and shouting over his one remaining snaga to bring over that magnifying glass, and brings it over, and he uses it as a monocle to look at the book. I think successful shopping episode, and you've accumulated some minions. We'll probably wrap it up there.
Cool.
Yeah. I've got a telescope.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've got wooden
Oh,
skates.
okay.
Assuming he had wooden skates. I've taken the wooden skates.
Wooden skates, as in roller skates or ice skates. What kind of skates do you mean?
Didn't say.
Well, in the compendium it says wooden skates. I assume they're going to be roller skates and not ice skates. I don't know. What are they?
Roller skate round the library.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun using that telescope. I can't wait to see things far away. I'm so sadly excited about that. That's made my day.